Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing NASA in 1967. We have a couple of missions over here that we do want to do. In particular, we want to go to the moon and beat the Soviets. I did, in between episodes, go ahead and cancel one of our rocket missions over here, the Atlas Agena. There's only one mission where the Atlas Agena, which is pretty much the same as the Atlas Centaur, just a little bit cheaper, a little bit less capable. But yeah, there's only one mission where that could be coming in handy, where we can of course also use the Atlas Centaur, and just keeping open a program does cost money, so I think it was prudent just to not do that. On the other hand, in our programs over here, the Project Gemini, in particular the docking and EVA, is the last of our missions to require the Titan II boost over here. The Atlas Centaur is perfectly capable of lifting the target vehicle, so let's schedule a mission over here. That should be fine. It's going to cost a lot of money. Let's, as a flight director, Federicus, Chesley, can we auto-sign everyone else? You seem to be all alright. The only difference is the systems engineer over here, which I'm not particularly keen on. So, who's a good systems engineer? Alexeo, you would be pretty good. Omar. Let's pull Alexei off from training. He's a little bit better, and that I think is decent enough. So yeah, Alexei over here. Let's confirm these assignments. In terms of these people over here, I think as pilot we can select Karen, and as commander we'll pick Cynthia. That should be alright. Confirm these assignments. Yeah, we are now very much drained our funding, but I do want to see whether we can do the Mariner 6 Mars flyby as well, because that would allow us to beat the Soviets to Mars, so that'd be great. Yes, let's assemble that. Booster, Dominic, Spacecraft Systems, Ezra, you're alright. I think we need Franks as the flight director. And that does only leave someone with the crew in advanced training. Let's remove you from training. And I think that's alright. And then we can go over here and some of the rest of the mission. Eric, yeah, you're much better suited. It's a decent crew, it's not the greatest. But then again, it's not a manned mission, so I think I'm happy with this as is. Right, that does leave us with precious little funding, but all in all I think that's going to be alright. Let's get these people to be a little bit more trained. Mission operations, trajectory, let's make sure you're on 93. Mission operations, trajectory apparently, set continuous training. You'd be a very good flight director as well. And Javier, you are crew and propulsions. Fine. Someone over here is available. Lawrence, you are. And piloting. And SAT engineers. EVA suits. Yeah, that's fine. Space probes. Space probes. Space probes. Now, space probes are very good because we are of course doing a lot of research on the space probes. So firstly, let's pull you off over here towards the research on... No, actually that literally doesn't change anything, so of course we can skip that then. These ones I think we should send at least... You know what, let's get you on here for one turn just so we are improving that as we go up in space. Mariner 6, that's fine. Lunar Orbiter, you'll probably need someone working on this as well. I guess we can pull you on over here for marginal improvements as we are launching this mission. That's fine. And then the last person who did the EVA stuff, you can train up a little. Very soon you will be needed. Alright, and that does mean we have done everything that we need, so let's end this season and look at the two missions that we are flying. Some improvements, last minute improvements to some of these things. That's very nice to see. Atlas Centaur, you need a little bit better boost. Oh, we should actually have looked at our rockets a little bit closer. Oh well, that was a mistake. Gemini, yeah, you're coming somewhere. Certain 5 booster, yeah, doing some things. Good. Let's launch the manned mission. It's gonna be complicated, as you can see, involving a lot of steps, including 2 different launches, one of the target vehicle, one of the normal vehicle. So let's see how that goes. I think this is actually the
T-minus 10, 9,
manned mission.
8, 7, 6,
Hard to say.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Countdown is going well, that's good. But it's step 2 out of 22. And some of these things are not that reliable. Particularly the target vehicle and the spacesuits. It's a long ascent phase. Yeah, but it did work out alright. We're looking okay so far.
Okay.
Yeah. Might be alright. It's taking its sweet time.
5.
Yeah, very good. Ah, beautiful picture. I think that's only the target vehicle though.
Mark.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting.
So, rocket behind this. There we go. Yeah, I think this is a Titan II with the Gemini spacecraft itself.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire.
Here we go. Yeah, with it always that screeching noise. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but yeah, still beautiful launch. Ascend. And it does make sense to put in the target vehicle in orbit first, because if that fails, you don't need to risk the lives of humans just to launch that. Here we go, orbit insertion, so now the more interesting maneuvers start. Here we go, orbit insertion successful, so now they'll probably come together a little bit more closely. No, you're first establishing your orbit, which is fine. Successfully, good, good. Well, the Gemini spacecraft itself is pretty reliable. Target approach, there's the target vehicle. Good, that's successful. That's nice because that does involve the target vehicle itself, as does the docking of course, and these are thereby critical points in our mission profile over here. But the docking has been successful. So now there's an EVA. Extravehicular activity.
Okay, we've got our go now.
Yeah, very nice that you're riding the rocket sort
Roger,
of.
flight, we're go. He's got some...
Yeah, but that seemed to work out alright, so that's good to see. But you're continuing extravehicular activity.
Gemini to Houston, Capcom.
Successfully. Oh, beautiful picture as well. So you've re-entered, and the spacecraft itself seems to be coming down now, so that's good to see. Retro firing successfully. Good to see. Jetson does seem to work successfully. So now re-entry, always the most crucial step, because the stress on the aircraft itself or spacecraft is so high, but we are successful in that. So now descend and splashdown. Hopefully these things will work out alright. But again, it's only the Gemini spacecraft that's involved in this, so I think this is probably hopefully gonna be alright, because these things are pretty reliable by now. Very good. So, successful mission all in all. Decent amount of points. It's good to see. Also brings us towards our first EVA and our first docking maneuver in space. So yeah, pretty happy about these things done. Some boost on the Atlas Centaur, that's nice. Some boost on the Aegina target vehicle, that's irrelevant because we're not going to use it anymore. But that's pretty fine. Good. Let's launch the second mission, the Mariner 6 Mars flyby. Or at least the first season of that. Because we're only launching that into space now. And it's gonna arrive on Mars in the next season actually.
T-minus 10, 9,
It's a
8,
much shorter
7,
mission in
6, 5, 4, 3,
terms
2,
of mission control.
1.
Go. Countdown successful. This is a new rocket. I don't think we've launched it too often, the Atlas Centaur. It's not that reliable, but so far it's doing well. Which is good to see. Because truly this is our second-rate crew. Of course we did one.
Flight shadow, we're right on the nominal.
Roger, on a nominal.
There we go, some problem.
Deployment tank pressure and 3 engines ready.
And here's our first problem. So, we do have 6 million. We could hire a team for 4. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hope that 80% is enough to carry the day. Yes, it is. That's very good to see. And that's indeed very important because probe deployment might still be the last point where the rocket is in play.
Ignition.
Here we go.
4,
On our way to Mars now. Yes, very good.
1, mark.
Earth-Mars transit is successful. Very good. Very few points because we are not on Mars yet, but we will be soon, so that's good to see. And that does bring us to the next season, yeah. And some upgrade on the Atlas Centaur. Very nice. And on the Mariner 6, which is not to be snubbed at as well. So that's very lovely. Yeah, very good stuff happening all in all. Yeah, very good. Okay, so let's look at the Project Gemini mission profile over here. I do not think that there's too much that we can gain from this. There's only one target that hasn't been fulfilled, and what is that? That'd be an extended duration level 3 flight. We could do that. It is totally viable. But wouldn't give us really any prestige. So I don't quite think that that is what we need to do over here. I think in fact we can close this program. It's gonna give us quite some funding back, and that should be alright. So yeah, very happy about that. So that does leave open these 3 programs, which I think is fine. Let's look at the R&D process. Gemini spacecraft is of course still in play because it's part of the direct ascent approach. It's pretty reliable by now. The module itself of course isn't, because we haven't been researching it quite as much. Mariner 6, I think it's fine if we keep 2 people working on this. We don't need any more than that. The lunar orbiter on the other hand might deserve a little bit more love. You know what, if we have 2 more persons who are available to do things, what I would like to do is open the Pioneer Sun orbiter over here. Because we can launch that, and why not? It's the first mission to the Sun, and it should give us quite a bit of prestige due to the different measurements that we could do over here. So yeah, let's open this program. It's not that expensive, neither to run nor to operate. So we can spend some R&D on this item, and that should give us a good overall improvement, I think. Very nice. Yeah, and we'll keep you guys running on this because it would be nice if that was to succeed in the next season, and that's fine. How come we have so many more people? What are you good at? Space probes, rockets, EVA suits. Oh, that's interesting. But I think the EVA suits have been shot off. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So I think it's time to, on the moon, open the direct ascent module over here. It's going to cost us a little bit of money. I'm going to open this program. Yeah. And you can see that we do get some penalty over here because we haven't done uncrewed orbital flight tests for the module itself, so that's alright. But still, opening this does allow us to, go on, open the research on the spacesuits at the very least. And since we do have people who are very good at spacesuits, let's use them in fact and drive up the reliability. Once we go to space, I really want this to be done and very reliable. We don't want to fail basically because of that. In terms of our rocket progress, I don't think we need the Titan II anymore, so let's close that off. The Atlas Centaur has reached its maximum research efficiency, so that of course is also very good to see. Adam over here can start to work on the Saturn V as well, but you can see it's only very small improvement. But still, let's do everything that we can over here. I'm also of half a mind to continue improving the Saturn C3B booster, because it will increase this passively, I think. The Atlas Centaur, again, we can't really improve that, so the question really is only, do we want to open another rocket then? And frankly, I think most missions that we are seeing right now wouldn't really need that. There's only one mission that I could think of that does require another rocket that we don't really have now. And that's the Pegasus satellite. It does require a low Earth orbit of 9,000 kilo. And that is not something that I think the Atlas Centaur can do. Yeah, you can see it can't do that. However, we could do that simply by the Saturn V booster, which might not be the worst idea. It would allow us to increase the reliability of this a little bit in the long term. Alternatively, we could open another rocket program, maybe the Saturn I actually. Saturn I booster over here. That would allow us to do exactly that, and it would be significantly cheaper, but then again, is there some passive procurement towards the Saturn V if we open that? That's a very good question. And I'm not too sure about this. You know what, let's do it. It's only 6 million. And it does keep our people a little bit busy. So that's very lovely to see. And we do have very good rocket engineers, as you would sort of expect. So yeah, there will be some improvement. Let's look at the 69.1% on the Saturn V and see whether that is truly what we're going to achieve. Otherwise, let's look at our available people. Space probes, yeah, I think you can do with a little bit more training. And you are rocket guy, yeah, likewise, you can certainly do with more training. Very good. That does leave probably Nigel to continue his training as a ground controller. And in terms of flight controllers, we do have a lot of people available, so Alex, I think you are supposed to be, yeah, a director, so that's lovely to see. Let's sort these guys by director or director capability. 6%, 7.3. You are an extremely good propulsion engineer, but you're also our second best flight director, so let's increase that a little bit. You can let's keep you kicking around so we don't need to pull off people all the time. 3, yeah, you still can make some improvements. You're pretty good. You have some more upside chance, like you. You're fine. Crew and payloads, mission operations. I think you're pretty good. Still can do a little bit better. Spacecraft systems, you're fine. You should get more training. Good. Very nice. So that means we can end the season over here. So Saturn 3, that's fine. 69.2. So there might be a little bit of a trickle down from at least the Saturn 3 C3, if not the Saturn 1 booster. Good improvements on the spacesuit. Lunar Orbiter is coming around. Marina 6 is pretty good by now, actually. And this still needs a lot of work. Let's resume this mission. I think the current flight controllers are just fine. So we only have 3 mission steps, so this is a Mars flyby. Very good. First one did work out alright. Mars flyby. Come on. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Mars is so intriguing. And it's been successful. Very nice. So that's the first Mars mission. On the US side, I think historically the Soviets actually beat the NASA to Mars with Mars 2 or 3. Anyway, first levels of improvements over here. That's very nice to see. Very happy to see that. But the Soviets are doing things, including uncrewed suborbital flights and suborbital flights. See, they are just directly skipping ahead of that. They're just directly flying the Soyuz 7K LOK, uncrewed and crewed in the same turn. So that means they are using that very aggressively and trying to catch up very aggressively. That's very interesting to see. Due to recent successes, budget increase, lovely to see. And we do get a couple of more missions, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. So we are now able to send missions over here. And I'm probably going to look at these through in between episodes. Well, I don't know. Let's first check on all of the other things. So first off, we can close Marina 6 because we have done so already. So let's close that program. Pioneer, Sun, Luna, all of these are pretty good, and all of that is what we need. These of course are the ones that we'd directly like to approach. So Mercury, you are a probe that would require what? TPI of 500. I think that's well within our reach with the Atlas Centaur. That's good to see then. That's on Mercury. On Jupiter. Jupiter 10 flyby. Yeah, so again a very low TPI actually. Actually a TPI that we might do with the Atlas Agena as well. So I wasn't quite aware of that. So still, and Saturn. Pioneer 11. Yeah, again. We could resurrect our Atlas Agena rocket for that. But for now I think that's alright. So let's train up our astronauts. More or less simply in the thing that they are the worst at. Some EVA. I think we should do some science training as well. At least on the people who are very weak at that. So that we have some capability of doing science on the moon once we get there. Right, our engineers over here. Crewed spacecraft, space probes. Yeah, so that does mean crewed spacecraft. You are very good. Nope. You're very good. And you're very good. Okay. Still very slow progress over here. Lunar Orbiter. You're doing fine. Pioneers, you're doing fine. Space probes. Crewed spacecraft. Space probes. So can't send you like that. We could simply open more programs though, which I think would be a little bit better. So let's actually do that. And I don't know. Let's start by Mercury simply because it's left to right. Marina 10 spacecraft transmitting data. It's atmosphere and surface. Yeah, okay. 2 season duration though. So let's open this program. And that does mean we can go ahead and research it. For now we're gonna select the Atlas Centaur over here. Although we might soon change that. Nonetheless, we can go to management of the R&D process. You're extremely good. So let's get over here, take the best person, and the third best person, and over here the second best person. I think that's alright. And your crewed spacecraft. Fine, yeah, so we do get some improvement over here, and quite a bit of improvement over there, so all in all that should be fine. Aaron, you can be even better at crewed spacecraft, I believe that. So yeah, very good. Any mission that we do want to fly? I don't think. Lunar Orbiter would probably be the next, and it's not quite ready, I believe. No, so that does mean we can carry on increasing the reliability of our flight controllers, at least if they are not very good already. Frank's definitely always good to see you improving. You're all pretty good actually, so you might deserve some more training. Yeah, everyone else is alright. Your moral is alright as well. So yeah, I think that's a good place to end this season. Small improvements, small improvements, small improvements. Specifically on the Saturn V. You're coming there. It's gonna take a little bit more, probably a year more till you're reliable enough. Likewise on the Gemini direct ascent vehicle. Yeah, still very good. And you know what? I think it might be time to do the lunar orbiter. You're at 77%. But still we might just increase that a little bit over time, so or on this last turn. So yeah, let's assemble that. Flight director. We don't really have very good candidates. So we are lacking a propulsion engineer and a flight director basically. Would be the best flight director, 64. Well, so first off, booster. Paul. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if you were long term to get to be a flight director, but right now we need your propulsion. You three guys are all fine. Alex, Federer, Frank. And you're in advanced training as well. Do you want to pull anyone off? Let's sort by that. Certainly don't want to pull you off. Don't want to pull off Frank. Let's get Chastity. And that should be alright. So, over here. Booster, Paul, Flight Director Chastity, that's fine. Astronaut training, who is that? Who's available? Lawrence, you are, and do some EVA training, mate. And over here. EVA suits. I think we can use you. And crewed spacecraft, you definitely need more training. So, crewed spacecraft, spacesuits. Well, we're over here. You're not ideal for that, but still you're gonna push that up a little bit. And that's fine, because this is probably the last spacesuit that we need. Good. Any flight controller then who's not incredibly capable already? Yeah. User. You know what, do come back if you're above 97. That's fine. 97, 97. What? Your mission operations, right? Yeah. And again, sort of... No, sorry. Mission operations, set continues. Come back at 93. Good. You're good. You're very good, actually. Spacecraft systems. Single course is fine, I guess. Current payloads. I think by now 93 is our minimum. $97.8, yeah. Yeah, all that looks pretty alright to me. You can probably do spacecraft systems training with the eye of having an alternative flight director. Good! Good. So we have scheduled our mission, so I think there's enough time to do that. So let's send a probe to the moon and let's see whether that works out alright. Okay. So I didn't confirm this yet. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. End season. Here we go. Yeah, we know about that. So let's launch this mission. Ooh, this is a horrible reliability. No, okay, that was just a fluke. So launch preparations over here. Single term mission, which I appreciate.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire.
Okay, very good. Didn't say success over there. That's always a little bit discerning to me. Ascending, very good. Nearly halfway there, but then again the rocket is more reliable than the space probe itself, so if there's any problem I would expect it to be
Light
delayed.
side, we're right on the nominal.
Roger, on a nominal.
Probe deployment.
Yes, sir, good tank pressure.
Now it
and
starts to get a
screen is
little
ready.
bit more dangerous,
Okay.
and here we are. We're not going to hire any team because the marginal increase of the chance is so low, just 3 percentage points. Not worth it. And indeed, our flight controllers are capable enough to do this. So that's very good to see. Translunar injection. Come on.
Ignition.
Yeah, that looks good.
5, 4,
I hope.
3, 2, 1. Mark.
Good. And, you know, going to the moon. I think this is only the second probe that we are sending to the moon. Moon approach. There we go. Success. And moon orbit. Come on. Be successful. Yes. Very good. Very happy to see that. Lots more of prestige. But more importantly, it does give us a little bit towards the exploration of the moon. And that again is very helpful. Good. Done. More boosts over here. That's always very lovely to see. Happy to see that. And the Soviets are doing more. They're putting stuff into Earth orbit. I'm really not... I think they're very close to getting to the moon. So, that being said, it's 1968, and I think that means we have to cut this episode here, and you're gonna be watching this next time, hopefully, when we'll be making our next steps towards the moon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye, guys.